high-speed business at a record pace.
You get 70 miles per gallon on this one. It's a ship that made the castle.
And talked about everything that exists in the world of Formula One.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Good. Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Just dropping in. We are the Fast Ones. My name is Max, here with my co-host Mike.
How's it going?
It's a cool hat. Have you worn it before?
I don't know if I've worn it on the show, but I wear it
That's a
probably
cool
too
hat.
frequently. Thank you.
The 1955 Dodgers.
Yes.
Nice.
Carlos got
Was
me
that the
this
last
hat.
time they were good? Ooh, bam. I have no stake in the world of MLB.
Clearly.
They just won the World Championship last year, right?
Yeah, they won the World
Okay,
Series last year.
The World Series.
On the hunt for the next one.
They got the constructors,
Yes.
and they got the players
drivers.
and the players championship.
Yes, exactly.
The general manager got a championship. The players got a championship. I don't think that would work in any other sport. A 2 championship type of thing.
It kind of doesn't.
No, you can't have like
imagine if
the staff,
yeah,
the staffing
the NFL's
championship.
like our helmets. Our helmets won part of the championship this year.
Yeah, the physio team, the people that like take care of the athletes and help them work
Yeah.
out, they get a championship.
They also get a trophy.
Uh-huh.
Taylor Swift won a Super Bowl this year as well for big Travis Kelce's.
Fiance.
Yeah,
That's the big news that we came to talk about this
that
week.
is.
Yeah.
And
We should have just started right
we
off the
should
bat
have led
with that. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So all of our listeners out there, huge Travis Kelce fans.
huge, big.
Is his
time
name
Kelce.
Travis?
Isn't it?
Travis.
It is
Travis and Tyler Swift.
Tyler.
Tyler Swift. I think that's his name.
Isn't it Travis? I swear
It's Travis
But
Kelce.
yeah, for some reason, the more
Yeah.
you say it, it sounds like it's not a word.
Especially when I tell you that he's getting engaged to Tyler Swift. And you start to question.
Like, nice to meet you.
So,
Ben.
I think
I can show you
is-
incredible things.
Is Taylor going to take his last name?
Oh, Taylor Kelce.
Yeah.
That doesn't have the same ring to it.
No.
Yeah. Spelled weird too.
But we were all very happy about that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, been waiting.
Yeah, I mean, she timed it perfectly.
Yeah.
Announcing a new album and getting engaged. Like, what better way to celebrate your marriage but like timing it with marketing for your album? Money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
She has to have the most expensive wedding in the world. She has to afford it somehow.
she's the
She has
Confessions of a Showgirl, right? Isn't that the name of the new album?
Yeah, I think Travis named it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it was his idea.
That was his idea.
It's actually about being on the cheeks.
Yeah. We made a cool meme this week. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, speaking of this exact moment, it made me laugh really hard.
Yeah, no one thought it was great.
It's just the traction of social media.
Yeah, it was tough.
Those who engaged enjoyed it.
If we had posted it on Reddit, we probably would have had more traction.
Yeah, totally.
But anyway, gosh, I don't know what to talk about this week because there's so much to talk about.
Yeah, we don't know where to start.
In terms of like news, we were spot on the money. Were we with Valtteri and
Yeah, they
Sergio?
announced it the next day.
The next day. We had speculated because they had like hinted hard.
Pretty
like
much
it was,
every media outlet was like,
yeah, it
it's
was
happening.
It was a easy softball pitch to be
Yeah.
like, no, this is happening.
For sure.
And then they announced it.
Yeah.
So we can talk about that.
Yes.
Then we had the Dutch Grand Prix. And the Dutch Grand Prix was wild.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff happening, which
It
was fun.
I loved this race.
It was great.
Yeah.
But first, let's talk about Sergio Perez
Okay.
and Valtteri Bottas and the difference between these two guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I'm curious to hear what's your take here.
Well, we already know that Valtteri, he is like really leaning hard into like the American culture and the Aussie culture.
Right.
Like he left Mercedes, this like clean cut looking, very robotic guy.
Right.
And I think that was just the Mercedes culture.
Right.
And as soon as he was out, it was like the teenager that finally left his parents' home and just
Yeah.
went ballistic in college.
Yeah, it was like, man, I have lived way too close to my parents for way too long.
Yeah, look at me now, Toto.
Yeah, Victoria Bitter.
Yeah, like sticking it to Toto and like the rigid Mercedes culture.
Totally.
And then he's just kind of like fit into that vibe. But with Sergio Perez, when he announced, it was like they had 2 announcement videos.
Right.
And Sergio Perez's video was so like professional and like epic feeling.
Yeah.
Like it seemed very try hard to me.
Yeah, okay.
Like just polished, like, I don't even remember the voiceover. It's him like slowly walking through a building.
Right.
And like a voiceover of like adversity. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then he's looking out the window and
Right.
like kind of like announcing like, I'm back and I'm at Cadillac.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on. Like,
Yeah.
But maybe that plays to his fans.
I mean, maybe, and I'm thinking about like, in fairness, maybe I would like to, you know, I'm obviously here for heckling games as well, but I would think in fairness, Valtteri and his experience of being, well, actually, you know, what's funny is that Cadillac has hired the best number 2s in the history of at least the last 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
These are the 2 best number 2s there have been.
Yeah.
And now this is just the other guys. If they're, you know.
You're right. Yeah. This is the best of the rest.
Yeah.
And Cadillac is kind of like, bringing in these 2 drivers.
But they've both driven for world championship teams and through their most successful periods. So obviously there's huge value in what they're going to be able to bring in insights. But I do think that like Valtteri was able to escape Mercedes and the culture and the pressure and all the things that came with being Lewis's number 2.
Yeah.
And had a couple of fun years at Alfa Romeo before it turned into Kick Sauber and really started to go downhill in performance. But I think through that phase was a little bit of like self-discovery and some happiness. Sergio Perez is fresh off the heels of being hated, of being, you know, disrespected for
By
being
me.
Right, but by everybody.
Yeah.
And so it is a little bit more fresh in his case that like, him not delivering at Red Bull is very present to people still.
Yeah. Okay.
And now that it's come out with like Yuki and Liam and obviously highlighting that Pierre and Albon and all these other guys have not been able to drive the second car, it does seem like, okay, everybody's accepted that Sergio doesn't suck at racing.
He's not a complete waste of space. Maybe the things were not really in his control.
Right.
That he couldn't really do anything in that team.
Yeah. So I do think that like maybe Sergio's video is a little bit more of a serious tone because this is fresh.
Okay.
By comparison.
He's thinking more of like redemption.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of those Matthew McConaughey like Lincoln commercials where he's thinking in his head.
He's rolling a booger in his fingers.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? What are you doing with this, man? He's like, it's a bull.
How do you drive a car if the car is in your head?
How do I make that bull the leather in my seats?
I've never seen a bull that's red, but I have seen a Cadillac that's white.
All right.
You do the math.
Wow.
Is Cadillac the first American team? Am I American?
Pretty sure they are.
I'm sure the answer is yes to both of those. Cadillac, Sergio Perez.
The camera cut to you right when I snapped.
But yeah, Valtteri was the exact opposite in his approach.
Right.
And we all just saw him wake surfing with a American flag and a beer in a suit. It was great. I don't even know if he said anything. Just
He's like, here we go.
we all knew it.
I'm back. Yeah.
And I was like, man, this guy knows he needs to appeal to the whole American audience.
Right.
And we have just been craving any sort of American in the sport. And Logan Sargent was the last American driver.
Right.
He was not Valtteri Bottas.
He was very on the nose American.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you mean?
Like in the sense of having Sargent as a last name.
Yeah, that was weird.
And very like he felt almost militant in his
He
haircut.
did his haircut, his face. He was very much like poster boy, American boy.
He looks like an American dream.
But he didn't like have like the fun attitude. I think Americans are like wild. They're kind of like rowdy, especially in motorsport in NASCAR.
For sure.
And Valtteri is kind of like embodying that in his brand right now.
No, it's totally going to work beautifully with his personality.
And this is something that I feel like I wanted out of Haas.
we want it out of anybody.
I want it out of anybody, which is why we like Daniel Ricciardo.
Yeah, because
he fits with the American market so much because he's like happy. He jokes. He's a little bit wild.
Yeah, totally.
And just a kind guy. And
irreverent
Valtteri's doing
to
that. And
these
irreverent
norms.
to the norms. Yeah, he's kind of like breaking these paradigms and whatever. And Haas, I always wanted it with Haas.
Right.
And they just aren't playing a marketing game.
Not
They're focused on the car
Yeah.
and improving their like point finishes, which is great.
definitely.
But yeah, and they went the opposite direction when they got Ocon. And I
Right.
was like, oh, this is not what we wanted.
We
but
felt more American with Hulkenberg,
oh yeah,
which is like
yeah,
just because he's irreverent.
yeah,
right?
and
Like,
Kevin Magnussen.
Kevin Magnussen represents that a little bit more of authentic, gritty. You know, he's going to go out and fight and get it. And even though he wasn't exactly like meant to be a comical personality, I feel like
They kind of became that.
just because of even the dynamic of Kevin and Gunter as
Yeah.
well, right?
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Gunter was team principal.
Yeah.
It's just that he didn't, and Grosjean. Right? It's just those personality types worked really well together. But
Yeah.
yeah, to your point, I think Valtteri's kind of the best
Yeah.
brand guy for the U.S.
Oh yeah, it's the best that we can get right now.
Yeah.
And I think those two guys, of course, Sergio Perez is going to bring in like the whole like Latin American market that exists in the U.S. and in Mexico. Like
Right.
it's crazy big.
Well, and you have to think, and I hate to be this guy, but win on Sunday, sell on Monday. This is going to do wonders
Oh
for a market that Cadillac is selling directly into, which is North
yeah,
America.
for sure. I was thinking like Valtteri Bottas. I kind of like his story and I feel like I could root for him more. I don't know. I really don't have a driver that is my favorite driver right now.
Yeah.
Daniel Ricciardo's obviously my favorite. I have a picture of him on it right now.
Right.
But like right now, I just kind of have a team I like. Like I like Haas a lot. And I kind of like, I will lean towards Oscar Piastri in McLaren.
Yeah, because
Because it's Australian tie
Yeah.
and things like that. But Valtteri Bottas, I'm like, I can see rooting for him. I don't know if like it's hitting me yet, but like he got a divorce at Mercedes.
Yep.
Like he kind of went through the ringer.
Yeah.
Trying to just stay alive at Mercedes.
The dude was dealing with such a gnarly emotional state over trying everything. I mean, it's insane. What he's admitted from being at Mercedes is eating disorders and trying to get lighter in weight because he was feeling that the tenths that he was losing in qualifying were coming from his weight discrepancy to Lewis. And just so much of a mental struggle of being like, I know I'm as fast as that guy, but really having a hard time getting on the same page as Lewis was. And so, yeah, he came from a really dark spot.
yeah.
And then really rediscovered himself, found himself an Aussie girlfriend who rides
Bicycles?
road bikes,
Yeah.
races road bikes for a living, and just really become a different dude.
He's a completely different dude.
Yeah.
He looks happy, and I love that kind of story in his life. And I am such a sucker for a comeback story.
Totally.
I have been wanting any of these drivers who left the sport to come back and win.
Right.
Please just win.
Just win.
Lewis didn't really leave. He went from one team to another, but like, please just win.
Yeah, just win.
I want the old guy to win.
Yeah,
Because
totally.
I'm their peers now.
Right.
They're like, oh, he's 38. He is past the hill. And I'm
Yeah.
like, please don't say that.
You're like, knock it off. Why you gotta do that to me?
I want Alonso to just win.
Right.
Like, stop letting these 20-year-olds beat you.
Right.
And so I see Valtteri coming back after like all he went through and now maybe Cadillac.
Right.
Oh, I would love to see some of these redemption arcs like be completed. And
Yeah.
It'd be so nice.
Definitely. And I do think that even just like, even if Cadillac has a hard time and it's not all sunshine and rainbows from here, I think that even just being able to say that like being chosen as the first two drivers of a program for a giant OEM is massive.
It's huge. Yeah.
And it's different from Haas, right?
Yeah.
Like Grosjean and Kevin Magnussen. This is a Gunter Steiner harebrained idea to grab Ferrari off-the-shelf parts and make an F1 team on a budget.
Yeah.
And who could we get? Well, we got this guy that McLaren dropped and they shouldn't have. That's Kevin Magnussen. And we have that unhinged Lotus driver, Romain Grosjean, that's almost lopped everyone's head off at Spa. And nobody really is sure about whether or not they want to share the track with him, but he's available. So let's go get him.
Yeah.
And like those were Haas's options, right?
Yeah.
But when you look at the spectrum of this is Cadillac, this is Chevrolet's entrance into a sport.
Stop saying Chevrolet. Like, oh gosh,
But General Motors, right?
please.
Yeah. the big umbrella OEM wants to make a splash, and you know that they went after Vettel and Ricardo and all of the people who are currently out of the sport,
Yeah.
but also in the sport. There was a lot of conversation with active drivers, but the two guys that they ended up with, I actually think are great choices.
Yeah.
And again, you got a lot of talent that has gone to Cadillac from within the sports realm to help build this team. But I do think that, man, they've picked a really good launch pad in two guys who have been the ones who didn't get backed by the team for world championships.
Yeah. Man, I like naming them the best of the rest.
They really are.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to me. It's still crazy to me that Binotto decided that he didn't want Valtteri. I love Nico. And he had Nico signed, but giving Gabby a chance over keeping Bottas was crazy to me.
Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, this team kind of starts to feel like Haas in that, like, we've talked about, like, all these underdog teams. I was like Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
They feel like these like new teams are like scrappy people, and they're going to come together and all of a sudden be amazing. And that's the American style.
It is.
Yeah, sticking it to these European teams. And if I keep meeting Americans that are joining as fans to F1 and they're rooting for Ferrari, I'm going to lose my mind. Like, we have 2 American teams.
Right.
And when you keep rooting for the Europeans,
Right.
let's root for the home team.
And
The only exception where this is cool is the Haas chap rooting for Haas.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that is so punk rock.
Yeah. I mean, and that's
Like sticking it to the queen. Yeah.
I mean, it's like, but I would say that even before Haas, even it's like cheering for Force India when Aston Martin was called Force India.
Yeah.
They were that underdog team that was like punching way above their weight and scoring points finishes, and everybody's like, how are they managing this? Especially without a budget cap. It was amazing. And so it was that underdog tale. Haas is definitely, the current interpretation of cheering for the underdog.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Without question, even still.
And see, people I still meet people who are new to F1, and it's fun to meet people. And I hear, like, I always like, ooh, who are you rooting for? And they're always like, ooh, McLaren, because Lando Norris is hot.
Yeah.
Or like, it's Ferrari, because like Lewis Hamilton's hot. Like, those are the only real 2 teams they know. Or Red Bull.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, oh, like, who do you, they ask me, who do you root for? I'm like, Haas, the American team. Like, oh, there's an American team? I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
There's an American team.
Yeah.
And now Cadillac is huge. And everyone is already aware that there is an American team coming to Formula One. Like, there's already one here.
Right.
But I'm glad that you like this one.
But I think isn't that kind of the point, right? Like, we've been saying it for years, and I feel like this F175, they did that little video
Yeah.
to launch the car. And it was like the first time I felt like, yes, they've done American flags on the livery for like Haas at
Like
times.
Texas.
Yeah. But it still hasn't ever felt like they've really gone full send on being like, we're representing the American dream.
Yeah, they
as
haven't
well.
like landed on it.
Right.
And it's kind of frustrating sometimes.
But, at the same time, it's like there are going to be a lot of Brits, just like Haas, working for Cadillac. And there's going to be a lot of nationalities working for Cadillac. But they're really owning it in the sense of that, like Gunter Steiner, Mario Andretti is the American immigrant story, right? Like, he was an Italian-born kid that moved to the States and was raised here, raced here, and climbed the ranks to be able to race internationally. And Gunter Steiner's, he's, a much later immigrant in his life, but moved to the States, and I believe still his primary residence, right? So it seems like, I know Mario is a part of this Cadillac project, and so I'm sure he's going to drive that home.
He's going to drive some of the cars sometimes.
He still does, which is amazing. The dude's old.
He's the reserve driver himself. They're like, we have
so
Mick Schumacher. He's like, I got it.
Yeah. We're calling Brad Pitt old.
Yeah.
Put Mario in the car is another level. But what was it, probably 2 years ago, Zach Brown got him in a McLaren to go around Laguna Seca. So I'm like, he's still got the ability to punch it in a race car.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure the reaction times are up there. I'm sure their weight is perfect for the car. And their neck is so strong.
So strong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
This was NASCAR. That's an actual different story.
Yeah.
But Formula One, it's kind of a joke.
A little bit impossible.
Yeah. Well, cool. I mean, yeah, so that was a fun announcement this week to geek out about.
Yeah.
Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas. And we knew it was coming. And Cadillac seems like it'll be fun this year.
Yeah.
This next year.
I'm
Yeah.
anxious to see what it looks like in a design aesthetic too.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the part that I'm nervous about.
Because aren't Cadillac's racing colors, if I'm remembering them right, similar to Haas? White, black, and kind of a red?
There is one car that is colored that.
Okay.
But like Cadillac's kind of a red, yellow, and blue. Like those are their three colors that they've run in race cars. They've got a blue one, they've got a red one, they've got a yellow one.
Okay.
And when you look at the badge, they have all those.
Oh, that's
colors
right. If you go on their website and look at some of their sporty cars, their like colorways that you can pick are like yellow, blue, and red.
Yeah, those are kind of Cadillac's
That's weird.
brand.
Oh,
like in
I'm
the
looking at the
badge.
flag, the badge. Yeah, the emblem.
They have the red, yellow, and blue.
Okay.
And so that's kind of brand colors, but to me, like I think that that's kind of not the greatest aesthetic.
No, those aren't colors that go well together. It reminds me of like Ronald McDonald,
Right.
which
yeah.
is very American.
Yeah, totally.
So maybe.
But is red, yellow, and blue, is that the primary color?
It also is kind of like Mickey Mousey. Disney's coming into the sport.
Yeah, yeah.
This is going to be the coolest car ever.
I mean,
Disney on the wing, the McDonald's arches on the side. It's going to be the coolest,
Just
most American car in the world.
most sellout race car ever made.
Yeah. And all the mechanics, like all like the pit crew have like big Ronald McDonald shoes.
Yeah, yeah.
And they trip over them as they go to
And they run out in the
Mickey
pit lane, they
Mouse
squeak.
shoes. Yeah. Their helmets have like the ears. They better have the ears.
This is awful. All of this is awful.
And they're going to be pushing for a Disneyland Grand Prix.
But here's the thing is that I'm like, I do look at like Cadillac hasn't done a bad job of branding like a lot of things. They've done a good job with a number of things to appear more luxurious.
Cadillac DeVille's, Snoop DeVille's. They crush it in the hip hop space.
Yeah, but I mean, even just in the sense of like, they have gone for that more minimal logo, which a lot of the brands have chosen going less colored, a little bit more monochrome with their logos. So there's a chance the Cadillac still keeps it classy, and they got to know their audience in this sense. So that's my only suggestion is don't get too loud.
Man, speaking of Cadillac owners, I saw the coolest Cadillac today. I was in a parking garage going to there's like a Latin festival in Utah today. I was going to get some good food and walk around the festival.
Yeah.
And went to the parking garage. It's packed.
Yeah.
And there was one cool Cadillac taking up 3 spaces, parking just across all 3 spaces so his car didn't get scratched. Resale on that car is probably $10,000.
This thing is not even a modern Cadillac. Max has sent me the picture, and I was like, this dude is such a lame-o.
Well, this guy, he heard about the Cadillac launch.
Yeah.
And he's like, my car's value just shot through the roof. He's like,
Practically a Formula One car.
I'm driving a Formula One car, babe.
I got to park.
I can't let anyone scratch this.
If we're Formula One status, now I got to park like Charles Leclerc.
Man, watch. Babe, brace your neck. I'm about to floor it.
You want to ride in this, baby? You got to have a Hans device.
He's putting a helmet on, just going on a date. I don't know if you know this Cadillac's in Formula One now. She's like, you've had this car for 6 years.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It was used when you bought it.
It's now FIA approved, baby.
It's FIA approved. Cadillac is back.
We're back, baby.
It was the coolest car I've ever
I'm
seen.
not sure what this character is, but I'm really on board for it. Just the Cadillac guy.
It is just like, those like the fake transmission shifter, like the plus and minus. Just
Yeah,
hitting that.
Just watch this. You haven't touched that in the 6 years you've owned the car. Now it's active.
I've been practicing.
It wasn't activated before.
I think they just activated all shifters for the big Cadillacs.
It's got a subscription. I'm willing to pay it.
It's like, I feel like it's Will Arnett from Hot Rod.
Yeah, totally.
Babe, wait. Babe, wait, babe.
Babe, wait.
Sully. Is that Sully? This guy knows a couple Sullys for sure.
100%. He almost brought Sully with him to the Latin Festival.
Gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Man, yeah, that guy's cool.
Yeah.
So I've been looking at Cadillacs because I want to be as cool as that guy. It's FIA approved.
It's FIA approved.
I think this is going to be the pace car.
Yeah.
The safety car is going to be this car next year.
They call it a pace car, right?
Yeah, trust me, it's pace car. Babe, don't look that up.
What's the name of that football player that hosts? Like he did like Regis or like what is the Kelly Ripa show? Like
Does he have a
Michael Strahan.
gap in his teeth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Strahan's going to drive this at the Formula One races. He's going to be in the pace car. It's going to be really great.
You know they're using these to set hot laps for the celebrities, right?
Yeah.
But
Michael
I already
Strahan's
bought one.
racing them.
If you show up to the track at track day, they'll just let this in. This is race approved. Now it's kind of like on the sport. You can just show up to the track.
Whenever you show up at the track, the people there are always confused. Am I going to the track or am I going to the parking lot? They don't know where to send me.
And it's just the life you live. It's just what you got to deal with when you're
Doesn't
driving
matter if
a
it's an
fast
F1
car.
race. They just don't even know.
Guys, this is a 4-door Cadillac. This is a 4-door.
This is the sedan.
This is the sedan. Yeah.
Yeek.
Cool.
So anyway,
Shifting gears.
Yes.
We've talked about Cadillac for too long.
Yes.
But minor shift towards the Dutch Grand Prix to the real American team. Double points finish for Haas.
Double points.
Which is great.
Amazing.
Let's just start there.
Yeah.
Because I loved that race.
Yeah.
Ollie Behrman and Ocon did a great job.
Totally.
Behrman did a great job.
Yeah. They plan seed this
Yeah.
straight out of the F1 movie.
Yeah.
This is planned chaos.
Yeah.
So what do you do when chaos strikes? Well, don't pit
Don't pet.
and bank on another safety car.
Yeah.
And man, did it pay off.
so great.
And I feel for Lewis, or no, I feel for Charles and for Kimi Antonelli. But man, it paid off.
You feel for Kimi Antonelli?
Well,
I feel
Kimi's
like
the one that took Charles out.
Oh, yeah. He should feel great. Kimi just grew up a little bit.
Right, but I
He
mean,
just took out his first Ferrari.
Yeah.
Told us like, yes, that is my boy. Give in to your hate.
Yeah,
He's
his voice is a little deeper
Yeah.
in the next
Give
interviews
into
next
your
week.
hate.
Not Toto, but
Oh,
Kimi.
Kimi. That's Kimi's voice next week. Kimi, are you excited for Monza? Yes, I am excited.
more prepared for anything in my life.
They're like, has your accent changed? Yes, my accent has changed. Yes. He's just a hard A when he comes up to Monza. He has a tear tattoo.
Yeah. They're like, what happened to you?
He's like, I get one every time I take out a Ferrari.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the new policy at Mercedes.
For Italians. Race for other teams.
How dare you take out a Ferrari?
He's sitting there, waiting for the race to start. Charles walks up to him and he's like, have I ever told you about the tale of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
It would be so amazing. if Kimi Antonelli went like super tatted, crazy guy, and playing the weirdest mind games with Charles Leclerc only.
Of all the
Shaves
people
his
that
head,
pick on it.
tats everywhere, just sits next to Charles.
He just has a CL16 like on his cheekbone right here. And he's like, what is that?
He has like prancing horses, one for every Ferrari he's taken out.
X'd. Just an X across it.
It just shows him before the race. I have more room for you this race. Charles would break. Charles
Charles
so quick.
would be like, I got a piano album
He
coming
broke
out.
this week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
If you don't know, Kimi Antonelli took out Charles Leclerc.
If you didn't catch that,
And it was a little tap. It was a he's in Lewis's seat.
Yes.
It's a very Lewis move. Maybe the spirit of the car took over.
yeah, maybe that was
Sent that Ferrari into
Plan
the
44
wall.
just then.
It was the
down.
little Herbie, the love bug. The spirit is still in that car.
Yeah.
Back to Haas's double point.
Yes.
Behrman is rocking it. I feel like he is top tier rookie this year.
He's doing great.
It's tough because Kimi's been on a podium now.
right.
Hadjar's been on a podium now.
Right.
I feel like Behrman is like due a podium because I feel like he's out driving these other drivers. They have very quick cars. Hadjar was so good this weekend. So opportunistic to be up there.
Totally.
And Behrman just needs to get a podium this year.
I mean, starting from the pit lane, dead last, and finishing sixth is a bigger feat than starting fourth and finishing third. Now, granted, the car has to be competitive to start fourth and, to qualify fourth and then finish third.
Yeah.
But man, I just think that like Ollie deserved driver of the day. And I know that like Hadjar was going to get it.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's his first podium.
Yeah.
But the drive that Ollie Behrman put on was Max Verstappen in Brazil. That was that caliber of drive, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That start from the back, it rains, torrential downpour. playing the strategy perfectly and ending up winning the race.
Mm-hmm.
Ollie finishing 6th is a win for Haas.
It's crazy.
It is what that car is maximized capable for.
So cool.
Right.
And then Ocon came up to 10th, which is great.
Yeah.
Double points finish.
Definitely helped to have Lando out.
Yeah.
One front running car made all the difference.
How many laps was there left? So right near the end of the race, the McLaren just started smoking.
Yeah.
And then he was done.
Yeah. Awesome.
It was like 6 laps left.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Oh man, I just stood up and just gave one of the old
Yeah. We had already had a few safety cars. And so to have like another one near the end of the race, I was like, oh, this is wild.
Yeah.
And to have it be Lando, I felt so sad, but also like, I was kind of like glad. I don't know.
It was mixed feelings.
I was kind of glad.
But I
just
do
because
think,
I wanted more drama in the race. I was like, oh, Oscar just took a big lead.
Yeah. And I mean, I do think that the fight between Lando and Oscar, it seems like that, we talked about it, the momentum swing. Was it there for Lando, or was it just a few off weeks for Oscar?
Yeah.
What are we seeing? But I think, Oscar this Sunday was just so mature. He handled that unbelievably well.
Oh, gosh.
Every safety car restart, he made it look so easy.
He did. Yeah. And the last one, like all the other safety restarts, it was Max and Lando fighting.
Right.
Because Oscar had the buffer of Lando.
Right.
And so Lando had to put up with like a very fast Max Verstappen at his home race.
Yeah.
Wanting
to
that podium.
be able to please his home crowd.
Oh, yeah. And so Max was gunning it. And then when it came turn, Lando was out. And now Max Verstappen is right behind Oscar Piastri on the restart.
Right.
I was like, oh, this might get crazy.
Yeah, this could
and
get
it was
hectic.
just like every other restart.
Yeah, he
Oscar's just like
disappeared. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was very impressed. Plus, the unpredictable weather patterns, it kind of rained a little bit here or there, and it just seemed like he didn't miss his mark. And like,
he knew his lines.
Right.
He showed up and hit the mark, said the lines.
Yeah.
One take.
Yeah, one hit wonder. But I think that, we look at like Lewis even going just a little offline, hitting some water and taking himself out of the race, which is like, whoa, that doesn't happen to Lewis very often.
No, yeah.
But to show that even somebody like Lewis's caliber can make a mistake like that and so quickly find himself like, oh crap, my race is completely over.
Yeah.
That it could have happened to just anybody, but to also have Oscar just literally not one error.
Yes. Dialed in. And Max is also someone who is always dialed in. We've talked about in other races how he doesn't make mistakes.
Right.
And Oscar's now another driver that doesn't make mistakes.
Ice in his veins.
Yeah. And in previous seasons, we've seen Lando crack during high pressure races.
Definitely.
And Max takes advantage of that and wins a race or gets a championship. And now Oscar is this guy standing up to Max as like, I'm not making mistakes either. This is mine.
Yeah, he's like not even remotely threatened by this.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what I realized is that
we don't have the chat going.
I don't have the chat going.
Yeah.
It's very unlike me.
I didn't know if that was something special this race or if you were just mad at Kyle.
No, I didn't mean to be mad at
We're probably not mad at Kyle.
Or, yeah, we're kind of mad.
We're kind of mad at Kyle.
We're kind of mad at Kyle right now. I don't want to talk about it. All you guys are in the chat and being so awesome. I'm so sorry.
Here's your phone stand.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, that is something that we should talk about. Thank you, Blake. I will make sure that lands on the
What
list.
is it? Which driver is the cutest?
Oh, we have a Perth Girl 101 says Oscar Piastri with arms.
Hey, Perth girl.
We're
We
friends.
love arms.
We already are friends. We can tell.
Yeah. Do you know Robert Katsukas? He lives in Perth.
Blake says, "How do you think Colton Herta will do in F2?" So,
something to talk about.
We will.
Who is Colton Herta? What is F2?
This episode just got really interesting.
This is great.
Yes.
Welcome everyone to the chat.
Welcome everyone to the chat, and I apologize on behalf of the fast ones for being a noob.
We were just so stoked about talking about Valtteri Bottas.
I know. We just got into it this
we
week.
just got into it.
Straight in.
But yeah, Oscar Piastri, just ice.
Ice in his veins, and just so solid.
Shoot. And this is something I was thinking about this week. The psychological toll that this has now taken on Lando Norris is probably too much.
Is a lot.
As just someone who has, I think, watched Lando Norris and been like, I don't think this guy is mentally there. Like we've talked about how he struggles in the past. Something like he gets in his head. It's just kind of like glazed over.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't know how he comes back from this. Yeah.
A 34-point deficit now,
which is not unheard of. Like
not unheard of.
There's plenty of races left.
Right.
And Oscar could have a DNF.
Easily.
And
especially if it's a reliability issue like Lando experienced.
Yeah. Oscar has a DNF. Lando wins 2 races and like boom, like he's probably in the lead again.
100%.
So it's not like crazy, but like I think this is just going to weigh on Lando as something that's like, oh, the F1 gods have deemed me not a champion.
Right.
Because why else would my engine just blow up a couple laps before the end of the race? And he said like, oh, just so unlucky. And it made me think of Charles, who was also sitting on a hill,
right,
sad and mopey, who has said those exact words like, why am I so unlucky? And
right,
it's like,
right.
How about you are lucky?
It was drawing you are for being here in the first place, but
how about look at your freaking face and and your hairline. And let's talk about how lucky you are.
I was just describing this to my neighbor, and I was like, imagine if Harry Potter was like a foreign, really handsome French dude. And he races for Ferrari.
Yeah.
That's Charles Leclerc.
Yeah.
There's some serious appeal there as to why that guy is like got the fan base.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's talk about being lucky, guy.
But maybe there's something, I don't know. I feel like Lando is now in his own head. If I was to predict something, I'm like, I don't know if he's going to have the confidence to come back from this. Maybe he does.
Maybe
and that could be a huge growing moment for Lando for the rest of the season.
Right.
To like conquer it, eat some sushi,
yeah,
and grow up a little bit more.
Right.
And then win some races.
Potentially deliver.
It could be a big arc. Could be a big comeback for him.
I mean, this is we're in the heart of it now.
Yeah.
This is now the official home stretch of the World Championship. And so it's definitely, the hunt at the beginning of the year seemed like it was, Oscar, Max, and Lando as a 3-way fight. But now it seems like it's just a Lando and Oscar fight. And an inter-team battle that is spoiled by one reliability issue. Like, I'll be surprised if it's a standalone event, like if that's the only time that we see it.
Yeah.
And, at the Hungaroring, Kimi had an engine failure. And now we've had a McLaren blow an engine this week. So now that we're in that home stretch and the power unit allotment that F1 uses is being able to only have a certain number per season, is it possible that Oscar has an engine go bust? Are they going to have to take engine penalties to avoid that? That means that they have to start in the back.
Yeah.
What kind of issues can they find themselves in, or jeopardy with losing a front wing trying to pass an Alpine or whatever? There's still more racing to come, and it is just not guaranteed. It never is.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, for real.
Lando's got to keep his chin up as much as I think it's Oscar's. As much as I think it's Oscar's championship, Lando has to keep his head in it.
For sure. What do you think Zach Brown is planning for the next year? Because he has both drivers still, right?
Right.
I think Zach Brown is also sad because he loves Lando. Yeah. At least I think he does.
No, did you see the posts about this?
No.
There's like a post of like showing Zach Brown like staring like longingly.
Hello.
Like as like Isack Hadjar walked past him. And he like congratulates him and then just kind of looks off and then turns on a smile like, oh, like, yeah, good Oscar. But like went from being like distraught to excited. And it is like, it's just genuine. It just seems like at some point or another, like, is anyone ever going to call out Zach Brown for the favoritism?
For real. And it makes
like
sense.
Martin Brundle or Nico Rosberg, like, this is your time to shine.
Yeah.
It's time to call out Zach and his love for Lando.
Yeah. I mean, they've raised Lando. He's only been at McLaren. I think he started when he was 14.
Right. Right. It feels like.
And he's been driving for that team ever since.
Like had his Super Mario hat on and his Switch on the grid.
That was last week. Yeah. Just like, Dad, Zach.
He's like, we made a little pocket in the car for you to put it.
You can put your switch in the
you
car,
can put your
Lando.
switch in there. It's fine.
Yay!
And between sessions, you can pull it out. Just don't tell anyone.
Yeah, they pull those computers in front of like the driver. You know, they can't see.
Yeah.
And Lando's just sitting there with the
He's
switch, just like, yeah, Mario Kart, red shell,
Minecraft.
Minecraft. Zach, you should look at the house I built.
Look at how sweet the McLaren HQ is.
I built the whole McLaren HQ. Zach, hey Zach, come look at this.
Guess
Zach.
what? I left out Daniel's trophy.
And Zach's like, oh, that's really good.
That's a good step.
That's good, Lando. I'm getting a tattoo of this on my arm too. And then on the other side of the garage, Oscar's just like breathing heavy, just waiting for that race. Give me that track. Don't look over there, Lando. Don't look. It'll scare you. He's too scary.
The Australians have an axe to grind against you.
They are coming for you.
Coming.
But like, yeah, he's been at that team his whole life. And I'm pretty sure Zach was like, oh, this is going to be our championship driver. He even said like, this is the era of Lando.
Yeah.
And to see his whole empire of Lando crumble and Oscar's just standing there in like all the rubble. I'm sure he's just like, son of a B.
Yeah.
I need to pivot. Like,
I knew that I wanted
I
Oscar to
can't
drive
get
for my
rid of
team.
these freaking Aussies. That keep winning instead of Lando.
They fought to get him.
Yeah.
And it's like, I knew I wanted Oscar to drive for my team, but yeah, I didn't know he was going to take Lando's championship away from
I
him.
didn't know he was going to be competitive. But this McLaren has a history of drivers that fight each other.
Yes.
Like the classic is like what, Senna and Prost?
Yes, Senna and Prost.
Yeah.
And
That rivalry is
Fernando and Lewis.
Oh, that was at McLaren?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And Mika and David Coulthard, it was mostly Mika winning, but so that was more of like a Bottas and Lewis type of situation. But yeah, obviously the epic one would be Prost and Senna, and then the next epic one would probably be Fernando and Lewis. But having two number one drivers like this is what you get.
Yeah. Top tier teams.
Right.
And other teams that are top tier like Mercedes, I feel like, I don't know, George just isn't doing it for me.
Yeah, I mean, for obvious reasons.
Understatement of the year.
Yeah. I mean, he had what did he say about?
Remember when they're like, you have like damage or your Kimmy's car's way faster when you need to pass, and he's like, or something. I was like, who is laughing on the radio?
Like, what?
George Russell?
What's psycho?
Can George just go 1 week without doing something to make me hate him?
So cringy.
Yeah, so cringy.
Yeah.
This is like I have never heard a driver laugh over the radio.
Yeah.
So weird.
Just the most wild.
Yeah.
But
he's in another league.
Well, and then I can't even remember. He had a whinge before Charles ran into him. But he drove Charles off the track. Obviously, from the onboard camera, I felt a little differently about that. But still, I was kind of like, you ran him into the gravel. You can't be like, he has to have that back.
Oh, when Charles had that nasty overtake on the inside.
Like in the gravel,
Yeah.
which was just like, that was some four-wheel drive American radness just then, Charles. That was dope.
Yeah.
Just rally card through.
Yeah. But Kimmy, whether he likes George or not, he has Mercedes back.
Yeah.
And he went and took out Charles Leclerc
Yeah,
for doing that to George.
Everybody was like, ah! Toto was like, don't film me right now. I'm celebrating.
I would have fought that fight myself. Yeah. Tell Kimmy I could fight my own fights.
I don't need his help.
I would have had papers drawn up and a press conference ready. Toto, next time, let him know. My lawyers are standing by.
I'd already found them.
I have another radio that goes right to my lawyers.
It's a speed dial. It's on the green button below the radio button.
How dare Charles pass on the inside? What would the children think if they saw him driving off the track?
Is this what we're just accepting?
The track is there for a reason.
It's just
for safety.
We're just drawing our own lines now.
And do you want
children are just gonna color outside the lines?
Rules are for fun.
Yes. I've never had anything but a coloring book. Do you think Kimmy's just painting his own lines? Why are you comparing me to Kimmy?
George is amazing.
Just the whinge of the century.
Yeah, he is. He's
All the
great.
time.
And then laughing. I loved the laugh. It made my whole world. Yes.
You're like,
what a laugh.
Yeah.
We'll see if this young pup can take it.
let's see if he can handle himself in a Formula One car on Zandvoort.
Kimmy's going to destroy him.
Just destroy him.
Yeah. Can you clear up something for me?
Yes.
So during the race, Carlos had the worst race in the world.
Yes.
Him and Liam Lawson.
Yes.
And then Carlos, I don't know, trying to get past Liam.
Yeah.
Hits Liam.
Right. Or didn't. Liam hit him.
Liam hit him. This is what I wanted you to talk about.
Yeah.
Because from my stupid newbie perspective, Liam was ahead. They went into a corner and Carlos hit him and then got mad.
Yeah.
I want to talk to the stewards. I'm like, well, good for you. You can handle this going face to face. George has already drawn up papers with his lawyers and then asking Toto to go to the stewards for him and talk.
Carlos is like, how can I get the button put into my car that it has the lawyer thing that George has? I want one of those.
Yeah, so what was that? Because from the newbie perspective, I was like, it feels like that was Carlos's fault.
So I think that at some point in the corner, and I could be misremembering, but at some point in the corner, I believe Carlos was fully alongside Liam. So as they go through the exit of the corner and they both accelerate out, Liam squeezed Carlos. Carlos hung out in a spot that was the right width. And then Liam continued to take the racing line and hit Carlos on his journey to doing that. But if you're side by side with a competitor and you continue to take the racing line, you're causing an accident, right?
Yeah.
And Carlos is like, I'm holding my ground. He has to leave me the space. If they were wheel to wheel, yeah, I guess he could have gone off into the gravel, but then they would have all sorts of other drama. But that slight offset didn't necessarily. I think that what Carlos was mad about is that, one, that's not worth it to do damage to both cars in that scenario.
Yeah.
You know he's there. So to run your own floor up against someone else's tire and to then 2 punctures, both of them end up getting punctures from this.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, this wasn't worth it.
Yeah, you're in last place anyway.
Race into the next corner and see if you can fend him off, right? But to actually be so aggressive as to execute making contact with the other car and not wheel to wheel, which you'll see Max Verstappen and Lewis and those guys, if they touch another car, they're going wheels.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't go body work.
Which is crazy. When that happens, I always think, wow, the precision in
Is
that
insane.
steering is crazy.
But that's what those guys are trained to do, right?
Yeah.
And so the expectation that I notice in Carlos's tone is that it's like, if you're gonna go that hard, we better be wheel to wheel. If you're gonna do bodywork damage, flat tires, take us both out of the points, because I think they were both in the points when this happened.
Oh, maybe.
And then they dropped down to dead last.
Oh, really? Okay.
And so it's not worth the impact. Race hard and know that driver's not going to relent. It's Carlos Sainz. He's not going to give up the spot. He's going to fight you. So fight it on into the next corner. So that's what I think.
Okay.
That's what I think that his complaint was.
Does anyone in the chat have a different perspective? I'm going to have to go back and look at the footage again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just seemed like at least from what the outside camera looked like, Carlos has a very predicted line and Liam just turns left.
Yeah.
And runs into him. And then Carlos got a penalty and it was like,
well,
seems pretty obvious who hit who, but I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
So,
glad you cleared any of that up for me. Another question I got for you.
Yes.
Or not a question, but an observation. And this is kind of a theme with me this year. Lance Stroll. Maybe we're being too hard on Lance Stroll. I've said it before.
Except for that wreck that he had this weekend in practice.
But did it affect his P7 finish from last?
So he wrecked in FP1.
Okay, so did everyone. Let's talk about that. Lewis spun out. Max spun out. Ocon,
Yeah.
Kimmy, I think everyone took a turn.
There was everyone had about with
into
the
walls,
gravel.
gravels.
Yeah.
They were, I think, getting the limits of Zandvoort. That track is weird
There was a
looking.
weird summer break hangover.
Oh,
that
yeah. They
everybody
were
was
all
recovering
still like
from.
seasick from all their yachts they were on. And they were close to the beach. So it was like, they rode up on those yachts and just go right in the car like,
They're
oh,
like,
crap.
I'm trying to get my land legs.
And you're having
I've
me
got
go,
my sea legs.
You're having
I
me go
don't
around
have land
Zandvoort at 200 miles an hour. They're like, give me a break.
Just trying to get back to what this feels like to be on Earth.
That's the thing. Everyone took a spin in practice.
But not everybody had to have their tub replaced.
Okay, so
Lance's impact
you're
was
right.
intense.
You're totally right.
Yeah.
But then, great drive.
Yeah. No, but then he crashed again.
When?
I think it was
In qualifying?
2 or 3 or something. One of those sessions he crashed.
Didn't he crash in
He
qualifying?
might have. He might have crashed in every session but the
I think
race.
he did. I think he did. But he raced well.
But he raced well.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm starting to, I'm not a fan,
Right.
but I'm starting to recognize like this guy's not worth all the crap we're throwing on Lance.
It's just that it's the very blatantly stupid moves. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
Where he like voluntarily drove into the gravel in Brazil.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
it's hard. Yeah,
don't
it's
know
hard.
what you were thinking.
It's hard when we have a memory, guys.
Right.
It's hard.
Super duper hard to beat my brain.
And it's hard when your dad bought the team for you.
Yes.
Bought the whole team. It's not just like a billionaire buying a seat. He bought the whole
He
team.
bought the whole organization.
And so that's hard to defend.
He actually bought a car company to buy the team.
And
To make it an OEM.
when we had other billionaire boys in the sport, it was easier to give Lance a break. Like when we had Latifi around
Yeah.
and Mazepin around,
Right.
it was like, okay, Lance is the best of the billionaire boys. I also think Lance is decent overall.
He has his days.
He has his days. And yeah.
And this was a tricky race.
When I think back to like Nicholas Latifi, we made fun of him so much. The whole world did.
Right.
And he was constantly finishing in 18th and 19th and 20th.
And crashing
And crashing
all the time.
all the time. Without him, we wouldn't have had a 2021 season that ended like it did.
Nope.
And so good and bad.
Yes.
But Lance, I think that's just my little 2 cents. I think we're being a little too hard on him. Also, I see a lot of reels of him just alone. No drivers are being his friend. And I feel so bad for him. Like, what is his life, man?
I don't feel that bad.
It's so weird.
It's still
Who is his friend? Does he just have paid friends from his dad?
probably, but who cares?
And does he? Yeah, I mean, that's so
cares?
weird. It's so
Who
weird.
cares?
Man.
I mean, if I was racing an F1 car and my dad had paid for my friends, I think I'd be okay.
I don't know.
I think I'd be all right.
It's those shots of like the driver's parade, and he's like on one side just looking at the tree or like staring at the asphalt.
He's like, "When's
and
dinner?"
everyone's like, yeah, it's still the same weird, empty-headed Lance, but everyone else is talking and having a good time. I just like I'm saying, I think we're being a little too hard.
Yeah, I mean, well, good for him to have a good result this weekend.
He has some insanely crazy first world problems I will never have.
Right.
It's like his problem is like, I'm a decent Formula One driver and I don't have any friends.
Right.
My dad is a billionaire who bought me a Formula One team, and I can't be best friends with Lewis Hamilton. Like, okay, that's an interesting problem.
Right.
I'm thinking about mortgage
Yeah. Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. Lance, do you want to
Welcome.
help me with my next credit card payment?
Yeah, we'll be your friends.
We'll be your friends.
If we haven't made it clear on this podcast, we will sell out instantly from Haas to any team.
But, Cadillac, all these things, our affection can be
You
bought.
will be surprised at how low we will go for an offer. Cadillac, you send us a sweatshirt.
Sold. Sold.
All done.
Biggest fan.
Oh, easy.
But yeah.
Okay.
All right. But anyways,
Okay.
I want to keep going through your list.
I'm looking at I'm looking at my
we
list.
gotta get to this hurdle
Every driver
topic
crashed
as
in
well.
practice.
Yes.
Check. We checked that off. George laughed over the radio. Check that
Check.
off.
Got that one.
His weekly cringe. He's keeping quota up.
Yes.
Carlos crash.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Hostable points. We started with that.
Yeah.
Lewis penalty. He got a
Oh.
penalty that he has to serve in Monza.
That's right.
Did they up the speed of the pit lane?
No, it was a yellow flag on the outlap or something.
Oh, okay.
And he just like went right through it at normal speed.
Classic Lewis.
Yeah. I mean, a part of me also thinks like, was he even looking at that? Like,
Yeah.
sometimes when you're doing that warm up lap, not the lap that's not like the lap to the grid, which I believe is when it happened.
Okay.
Sometimes they're messing with steering wheel settings and doing things.
Yeah.
Because you've got to get the car into a certain cycle before you get to the grid.
Okay.
And so I don't know. I just felt like it was a weird thing to be penalizing him, like, oh, he ignored the yellow flags on the warm-up lap.
Yeah.
And not even the formation lap.
Uh-huh.
Just anyways.
Interesting.
So, but yeah, he will have to serve that penalty.
Interesting.
Just like Bottas is going to have to serve a grid drop when he comes back to F1 because he never served the penalty for running into Kevin Magnussen in Abu Dhabi.
Serious?
In his last
and
race.
They held on to that grudge.
Yep.
Those dirty FIA mafia members.
They told him that he's going to have to serve the grid drop.
That's insane.
In his first race back.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
he better win that too. That'd be amazing.
It would be great.
What is Zach Brown's plan for next year? We kind of talked about that a bit. Yeah, he's going to have to let go. He's going to have a breakup with Lando.
Yeah, I mean, but he's going to keep him for at least the term of his contract.
Yeah, and it's going to be awkward. Lando's going to lose to Oscar. I don't know. Maybe Oscar comes back or Lando comes back next year and we have a different world champion. But interesting. Zach Brown needs a reality check with that relationship
For sure.
Lots of safety cars.
Yes.
That was another note.
Yes.
There's a lot. That was fun.
It was so great.
It's always when you get a safety car, in the middle. You're like, ooh, jumble it up again. And then right at the end again, it's like, oh, I love it right before the end. And then another one right before the end of the end. I was like, oh, gosh.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, it's that meme with the wrestler, like, losing his mind even more with every safety car. Yeah.
It's amazing.
And then Kimi versus Charles. Oh, yeah, we talked about that. Teardrop tattoos on Kimi's face. Yeah, that was my whole list.
Okay.
Do you have anything on your list that we need to mention?
Well, we could talk about Colton Herta.
Okay, you want to shift gears?
Yeah.
Do a little shifting. Colton Herta.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know this for the facts. I don't have my facts straight yet. So chat, please jump in here.
Colton Herta is an IndyCar driver.
I'd heard this.
You'd heard of this.
In passing. Oh, good gracious.
I don't get a lot of puns. So when they come out.
I don't know if this has been fully confirmed yet, but I had heard through the grapevine that Colton Herta might be participating in F2 next year.
Interesting.
Now, Colton Herta is the driver that had the Cadillac seat kind of locked up when everybody was talking about Andretti coming to F1.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
They were like, Colton Herta is going to be the American to drive in F1. There's no question that would be the guy who's going to do it. And from what I remember, and we talked about this last year, the FIA wouldn't grant him a super license. Do you remember that conversation?
This is because he got out cosplayed as an American by Valtteri Bottas. They're like, well, this guy's American. He's like, no, he's cosplaying as an American.
He's just cosplaying as an Australian.
They're like, that's close enough.
It's closer.
Way cooler than you.
Yeah.
Okay, so he didn't get a super license.
The FIA wouldn't grant him a super license to race in Formula One because he hadn't finished high enough in the IndyCar.
He hadn't finished high school. He hadn't finished IndyCar high school.
Yeah.
Didn't get his GED.
Are you going to let me finish the
No,
story?
I'm never going to be serious. Okay, he hadn't finished high enough in IndyCar.
No, yeah, there was something about his point standings in IndyCar
Okay.
that they were saying oh, he hasn't finished high enough in that championship to earn the super license. But yet they gave Kimi Antonelli his super license early.
Well, did Kimi race in what? F2
and F3.
Okay. Well, I mean, they're saying that IndyCar is the GED equivalent of the F2 high school diploma.
It kind of is, though.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
I mean,
Colton Herta
IndyCar
didn't really pass all of his classes.
A 235 mile an hour oval and it's not an oval, it's a rectangle.
It's intense.
At Indianapolis. Seems to me like and he's done it for 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah, he should be well qualified.
It
for an
seems
F1
like
car.
that's a qualifier, even in itself.
There might be some bias,
but also Long Beach Grand Prix in an Indy car with no power steering. That's a bumpy surface. That takes a lot of skill.
Yeah.
The Nashville Grand Prix that they race through the streets of Nashville is also intense. So, to me, writing off an IndyCar driver who has participated in the sport for several years, and saying, "Nah, you don't qualify. You're not as good as our European racers," is
It's a douche move.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, but they denied him, and they've continued to deny him. And one of the things that I have said in the past few years is Andretti was talking about coming to F1. You guys who have been listening for a while, they can verify this, is that I've been saying IndyCar's not even, or Andretti's not even good in IndyCar. They're not even the best team in Indy. And so coming into Formula One and kicking the door, the way that they were acting kind of seemed like, well, maybe if you were the best IndyCar team, you could have a little bit more backing at the moment to be like, yeah, you're going to come in and make a difference. But right now you're kind of
trying to throw weight around that you don't have.
Right. You haven't even been able to really dominate in the sport you do participate in. So what value are you bringing? Right. So I don't think that it's been fair to judge Colton Herta off of his current deliver of performances because they haven't been that good of a team. They haven't really given him the best car.
Yeah.
So, and he has won races. So the other part of this is that what they're saying is now, or from what I understand with this F2 move, is that they are potentially sending him to F2 to gain his super license.
Okay.
To be able to race in Formula One.
Okay, cool.
And
when does, that's next year?
That's, yeah, it would be, I think, supposedly next year.
You can't start mid-semester.
No, but part of that conversation and even just some discussion around that is it worth it? Because
it's the pinnacle of motorsport.
F1 is.
Yeah, so is it worth it to get a seat? We all heard Javier Bardem's character.
Right.
I'm offering an open seat in Formula One. Where if you win, you can say you are the best driver in the world.
And then they had to make good by that statement, and it was a painful part of the ending. But here's the thing about being in F2.
What?
You win Monaco Grand Prix in F2.
Okay.
Who knows?
No one.
Literally no one.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never known one driver.
You probably couldn't name any of them, but there are several on the grid who have won the F2 Monaco race, right? Who has won the Indianapolis 5? Who's won the Indianapolis 500?
Michael Schumacher.
Marcus Ericsson.
Okay. He's an ex-F1 driver.
Yes. And Joseph Newgarden and whatever. I can name a bunch of people who have won. Elio Castroneves. Just people who have won this. And it's because their name and face gets put on the side of the trophy. And it is, you live on in the history books, right? The challenge and the fear, I mean, Andretti's not going to give up on Herta no matter what, but the fear that I have of him going to F2 and having a mediocre season is the season lost in IndyCar.
Okay, yeah.
And what if the next year Indy car that Andretti is building is competitive at the Indianapolis 500?
Right, and you have a chance to like solidify your name in the history books of
and
IndyCar.
You might get your super license just by winning and racing in IndyCar.
Okay.
So the gamble of going and running a lower formula race just to get your super license,
yeah,
I don't know if it's worth it. Seems like it'd be the energy would be better spent to dominate, find a way to win and do well in IndyCar.
Gotcha.
Than to go and do that. But that's my personal take.
No, that's a good take. Maybe he's thinking that if you go from IndyCar 230 miles an hour down some of these tracks, and you go to F2, it's like when you go from like 200 cc in Mario Kart back to like 150. And you're like, wow, this is slow. I'm crushing it.
Right.
Maybe that's what he's thinking.
I mean, there is some dynamic of being like, yeah, they're going to slow the pace down, but the grip is there. I don't know enough about F2 to be able to say whether or not they have power steering, but they may or may not.
Yeah.
But it would definitely, an F2 car is definitely still not as fast as an Indy car.
So, okay, I get what you're saying. And yeah, I don't know.
If it's the path, and it's the only path for him to go, then I guess.
How old is this Colton Herta? Do you know?
He's.
Does he have enough time to actually go to F2 then to F1?
Yeah, he's in his 20s. He's not that old. And he's Brian Herta's son, and Brian Herta was a former IndyCar racer and a successful one as well.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. This is just an interesting move.
Yeah, it's an interesting move. I get what you're saying.
I also get like, if this is your one shot at Formula One, that you'd be willing to do what it takes. But it just seems like, do you give up a career in a sport that's already top tier open wheel in the U.S.?
I think you do.
Yeah.
for a chance. But like I said,
I
I
mean-
don't know. Who knows?
I mean, just to play the advocate against my own argument here.
Yeah, argue against yourself.
I've already said the Andretti's are not that great of a race team in IndyCar. So
Yeah, maybe.
what do you
Colton.
got to lose if you're just going to go potentially race for a team that does a
Yeah.
little better in F2?
Yeah,
Go kick some butt.
go kick some up.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, anyways,
That's a good take.
Yeah, that's the
interesting.
Herta thing.
Interesting to think about.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Anything else? What time are we at? I was just
I'm sure we're at a while.
Okay.
Let's look.
Does the chat have any questions?
Why is this so hard to look at? It says that
Yeah.
we started an hour ago, so we have done it.
Oh, good.
We have super done it.
What is
Yeah.
the chat saying?
Nothing. We haven't
Okay.
done anything since the Oscar Piastri flex,
All right, cool.
which
well,
I still appreciate.
Yeah.
Still a great question.
well, Perth girl,
Comment.
welcome to the show. Thanks everyone else for jumping in and watching live with us. Please continue to do so. The next race we got is Monza, right?
Yes, the last place Charles Leclerc was happy.
Yeah.
So this is a good time for him to have his
He won.
low point of depression.
He won Monaco, didn't he? After Monza,
No, because Monza's usually later in the year.
did he win Monza last year?
Didn't he? I think he
Chat?
did. I think he did. It was September, and I was in California. Didn't they? Chat, help me out here. I feel like he won last September,
Okay.
and it was that like one-stop strategy that he just made work.
Okay. Interesting. Well,
Didn't they have like the black outfits? Come on, This
Yellow?
is so hard for me.
he won. He was wearing a yellow outfit.
2024 Monza GP.
I'm gonna guess it's-
results.
Oscar.
Charles Leclerc.
Oh, okay. So this was the last place he was happy.
Yes,
Yeah. He's been sad ever since.
he's been super sad.
So he's hoping to get another happy race.
Yes.
He won't get it. He won't get it.
What
It's
if?
too bad.
What if?
Did
What
we-
if this is Lewis's first win?
That could be wild. That could be wild. We've always said, you've said, that Monza is the dark horse. It kind of plays by its own rules because it's a faster, crazy track.
And it doesn't
It's-
really
it's
depend a
very-
lot on downforce and whatever. It's a kind of a just like who can keep the car pegged to the ground through the parabolica
Yeah.
and win this freaking race. It's so great.
It could be fun.
Yeah,
That's not next week.
I think it is.
Is it? Do we get 2 races back to back? What does it say?
I think it's 05 through 7.
September 5th to 7th. That's
Yeah.
this next week.
This
This
is
is this week. I love Monza.
Yes,
It's my favorite track.
I know. And for our listeners who don't know this, Max went to this race.
I did go to this race. I saw Daniel Ricciardo win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the most epic Monza Grand Prix in recent years.
Just wild.
You got to see in person.
Super fun. Super fun. So I love Monza. And it's a fun time of the year when this track comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is like the heat of the season. This is when it really comes down to who's going to march their way through these final races.
Yeah. And I love Italy. It's great.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see. We'll see. It'd be fun if Lewis got a podium. We just heard of a stat. Don't know if it's true. We're going to throw out rumors that Lewis is now the driver with the most consecutive non-podiums at Ferrari.
That's so
There was a
crazy.
driver with 14, and now he has 15 consecutive non-podiums at Ferrari.
That is the craziest.
Isn't that crazy?
And maybe
I feel like
it's
it
just
can't
from
be
like
true.
the beginning of the
from start.
right.
I think. Yeah.
That might, but also like he won that sprint race.
Yeah. How does that factor into this?
Yeah.
Do people even count sprint races as?
I know
actual
Lewis
wins?
doesn't.
Yeah. I feel
I
like
mean, after
hardcore F1 people don't.
Yeah, if you watched his
It's like that
face.
was a fun little pretend race.
Yeah, we would after
Yeah.
that race. That's literally how he traded it. Like, okay, cool. Well, I'm glad the pretend race is out of the way.
Okay. Now
but
the real
I
race.
want to win tomorrow,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he didn't.
And he
So
didn't.
His prediction, or at least his persona, was
Yeah.
accurate.
I got some advertisements for Masterclass. You know
Oh, yeah.
And Lewis teaches having a winning mindset.
Yeah,
I'm sure it was filmed years ago
yeah,
when he was like, "I can teach this."
yeah. Having a winning
now,
mindset. It's like,
now it's like his soul has been sucked
they
out
need
of
a
him.
new driver.
I was like, Lewis, take your own masterclass.
You need to go watch that.
I have something you can watch, Lewis. Give advice to yourself and keep your winning mindset. You look so sad, and Charles looks sad.
Yes.
Why did he just sat on that hill? Do you know, I was thinking the whole time Charles was sitting on that hill in Zandvoort.
Right.
It's that scene from Nacho Libre where he like goes into the mountains and lives.
I saw you from the village.
He like cuts the cactus and eats out of it.
I use my hand to wipe my tears. To kiss your mouth, I break my bows.
That's Charles was up there just writing those songs. He was so sad.
So amazing.
Yeah.
So great.
What a move to just go up there and pout.
And just be sad the
Yeah.
whole time. It was so funny.
I like the only other driver that I feel like did that was Kimi Räikkönen.
Oh,
When
yeah.
he crashed at Monaco and he just walked to the yacht and sat in the hot tub.
Just literally.
Like
yeah.
that's a baller move.
Yeah, just like.
It's
what-
not a sad, mopey move sitting on like your lone
Yeah,
mountain.
like, why am I going to go sit in a 5x5 cell
Yeah.
in my race suit?
Uh-huh.
It's like, no, I'm going to go sit on my yacht
Yeah.
and have an ice cream.
Yeah.
That's the move.
Do you think Charles is sitting on that hill being like, Mercedes, is that the next? He's like, would Toto be open for me going to Mercedes?
I mean, I know the Max didn't close the deal, so maybe I could go sit on his yacht.
they're talking about an open seat at Red Bull. He's like, maybe that's the move. And then Hadjar won, and he's like, oh, son of a.
Maybe I need to go to RB. Did you hear what Fernando said?
No.
Fernando said that if Max Verstappen had been in the Visa Cash App RB this season, he'd be leading the championship.
You serious?
And
Interesting.
I don't think he's wrong.
What do you mean? Oh, I mean,
Like the car, I mean, Yuki Tsunoda was qualifying P6, P5s in the RB, went to the
Okay.
Red Bull, and barely is getting into Q2 or Q3.
right.
So you give Max Verstappen, who's been delivering in this garbage truck
Yeah.
of a Formula One car, and you put him in one that's competitive, can he actually race the McLarens in the RB?
Interesting.
I mean, at this point, just put Lawson in Max's seat and let's just see.
Yeah. Why are we
mean-
even playing like they're two different teams?
What are we waiting for?
Yeah.
Just test fate at
Just
this point.
take the RB car and put a Red Bull livery on it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are already merged enough.
We all know you're cheating anyway.
Yeah. We've seen the faxes.
Yeah, it's all there.
Fax machine.
Yeah, exactly. Fax machine.
This is the way they get away with it.
That's how Helmut Marko still operates.
Yeah. I'm sending you a fax.
Yeah.
Michael, did you see my fax? Toto.
Flavio Briatore is just sending like little middle finger emojis over fax to Helmut
He's
Marko.
mooning the fax machine and sending him to
Sending
Helmut.
it to Helmut Marko. They're like, you can text him.
This is better. This is
Trust
better.
me. That's how we did it in the 90s.
It's way more insulting this way, I promise.
To see it slowly print out. And Helmut Marko's like, is that a butt?
Like a heat.
That's Flavio's butt. I
like
see
a
it
heat
anywhere.
paper
I
or
would
whatever
recognize
that
it anywhere.
Oh, it's so good. Fax machines. Fax mooning is the new move.
Yeah. So this weekend, Monza should be fun.
Should be great.
Yeah. We'll predict a Lewis win and a double Haas podium.
Right.
That'd be amazing.
It'd be so good. That'd be Ferrari's greatest hits.
And oh heck yeah. And then Haas would jump in the points so much.
Right.
It'd be rad. It'd be so rad.
Well,
Okay.
we'll look forward to it. It's going to be a good time.
Very, very good time. Okay. Are we wrapping up?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Let's do it.
Okay. Thanks for joining us for the episode today. Tell us about your friends. Share us with your friends. Follow us on all the Instagrams and the podcasts and the YouTubes. But yeah, we're glad you joined us. Always send in your questions. We love answering questions, and join us next week for the fastest ones on the ground.